had got a message or a comment a couple lives ago where a person asked a question about how does the second wife show that what she can bring to the family and this and that whatever. And Coach Nyla had a very good answer, eloquent answer. You guys want to know what that is? Definitely check out that other live. But it was on the lines of, she is part of the family. So are we asking other people that's part of the family to show again how they show up or how they, what they bring to the table? Do you say, oh, well, you've been in this family for this many years. Can you now, write down or give me a thesis on how you, how what you bring to the table, what you bring to this family? So the thing is, regardless of if you like it or not, and it's not going to always be easy. And at the beginning, it was not.
No,
it wasn't. But we worked on it. We are here right now. This is not for play, like I said. And Coach Fatimah is really good at looking at different things and finding out health stuff and a lot of that stuff. She's really good at the health and care and the wellness of the family. And so if you have some ailment somewhere or something is going on, she's like, oh, you know what? Maybe you should do this. Or you know what?
I'm trying to keep these people alive. Shoot, I need them.
So, and I feel like we all have our part in the strengths that we have.
Yeah, we all do.
In the family.
We all have it. We all bring that.
Yeah.
We all look out for each other.
Right.
It's a team effort.
So I think that if you shut people out, you're missing out. You miss out on those things that could be a possible, part of goodness and, peace in your life, if you just step out, get out of your own way.
And our children are witnessing the way that we interact.
Mm-hmm.
So even if so many sisters say, I didn't want this for me, I didn't want this for me. We know that. Mm-hmm. I didn't want it for me. But I'm here to tell you that you don't know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put before you to see if you're going to pass this test. So when we make it so much about our husbands and our co-wives and about ourselves, then we're missing the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing the lesson because he will redirect you to the point where you will need him and you will run to him if you're not. So our children, although it might not have been a certain way or the way not perfect, but the best way it could be early on, our children longed for it.
Mm-hmm.
So our boys only knew polygamy.
Yeah.
The daughters, they didn't know it until a certain point. So they have an experience of both. And the boys just don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, they're looking at us and going, well, we want to see how they interact, whether they know what interaction means or not. They're witnessing it. And I don't want, and we don't want, and our husband does not want them to grow up and say, well, y'all jacked this whole thing up. I didn't even get to know my brothers. You all made it so tense. You people couldn't get along because we think we're going to be encapsulated in this time of our lives. And our kids are going to be small. And then we can try to use wordplay and play them and do all this if you're that kind of spirit. But these kids will grow up and go, well, I remember the time you two did da 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 da. Mm-hmm. And they will be accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Many times they will be accurate. So it's about creating an environment that's healthy for everyone. Mm-hmm. We're so, I don't feel this way. And my husband and he and they, and look what they, and then we forget our children. We forget ourselves mainly, but we forget our children and they're witnessing everything that's going on. And what is it? We have a mutual friend, but we were talking about this yesterday, how some co-wives don't want the children mingling and getting to know one another. And I'm saying, for me, I can't imagine that.
Right.
I can't imagine that because that happened to me. I know my siblings like this still don't because you people couldn't get along. And so we were the collateral damage of you not getting along. And she said, I can't imagine saying, well, there are co-wives saying they don't want their husband's children in their house. They don't want to see them. And I'm like,
that's another lie that we're going to talk about is treating them like visitors and things as far as that we'll be having coming up as well.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to get on the rant, but I just had to say that we don't operate that way because there's other people in this family, and they're very young, and they're absorbing everything that's going on around them, such as co-wives not getting along, you know. And if these children see other wives not getting along, they know that's not us.
Right.
They like, well, my mama and my
Yeah.
mama's mom, they have a great relationship.
What's going on with
What an
y'all?
honor, right? What's going on with you? What an honor it would be for them to grow up and be grown men and say,
Mm-hmm.
the polygyny that was practiced in our family was healthy.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, but it was healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and they cared about us, and we were loved.
So
You
true.
know?
So true.